Today we're cooking a perfect out of the ordinary dinner, mushroom risotto. Let's cook. Being Hispanic, I grew up with boiled or steamed rice, and for that preparation, starch is not your friend. Therefore, we thoroughly wash the rice before cooking it, as is the case in most Asian cuisines. As it cooks, the rice absorbs all the water. Risotto, on the other hand, needs starch so it can become creamy. In fact, the best type of rice for risotto is the small starchy variety grown in Italy. And three of the best ones are arborio, Carnaroli, and Vialone Nano. There's much argument to which is the best. Certainly arborio is the most common and easiest to find, but Carnaroli seems to be the preferred choice for most chefs, although Venetians swear by their Vialone Nano. All three are high in starch and are capable of absorbing a lot of water while maintaining a firm texture. Today we're using Carnaroli. Remember that cooking is always about ingredients, time, and temperature. And if you pay attention to all these three things, you'll have consistent results every time. First, we're gonna get organized. The French call this mise en place, and all mise en place is having all the ingredients and the tools that you need right in front of you. Mise en place is less stress. Let's prep. So, we'll need half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley, 6 cups of chicken broth, and you can add some water if you don't have enough, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, about a pound of portobello mushroom. I'm also using here a gourmet blend that brings some shiitake and oyster, 1 small onion diced, 1 cup of the risotto rice of your choice. I'm using Carnaroli, half a cup of dry white wine, 3 tablespoons of butter, salt, I'm using kosher, and ground pepper to taste. This is the conga line, which is nothing but the order that the ingredients appear in the recipe. First, we're gonna heat the chicken broth in a small saucepan over low to medium heat, and we're gonna keep it warm throughout the preparation. You may add some water at any time if you need more broth. Meanwhile, we're gonna warm 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 1 tablespoon of butter in a medium to large saucepan. We're gonna add the mushrooms and cook them until they're kind of soft for about 3 minutes. We wanna be careful not to brown them too much. Then we're gonna remove the mushrooms and their liquid to a bowl and set aside. We're gonna add the remaining olive oil and some butter to the pan and add the onions. And we're gonna cook them until translucent. Then we're gonna add the rice and just coat it with all the oil and cook it gently for about a minute or 2 until they're pale and kind of golden color. We're gonna add the wine and stir it constantly until fully absorbed. Now we're gonna add half a cup of the warm broth to the rice and stir it until it's absorbed. We're gonna continue to add half a cup of broth at a time. Remember, the broth needs to be warm, and you're gonna stir it until the whole thing is absorbed, and then you add another half a cup and so on. You don't have to stir all the time, but about every 30 seconds or so. You're gonna do this for 15 to 20 minutes until the rice is tender but firm to the bite. The Italians call this al dente. Remove the rice from the heat, and then you're gonna add the mushrooms with the liquid, the butter, the parsley, and the Parmesan cheese, and you're gonna stir the whole thing together. Finally, you're gonna season with salt and pepper and then serve immediately. Finally, my favorite moment, taste test. Oh man, did you see this? It just looks amazing. I'll show you here too. I'm going in. I love this. I mean, it's creamy, but it's not clumped together. You know what I mean? It's that special quality that risotto has that is just different. Yummy dance, baby. Joanna, you have to try this.
Always down for risotto. Oh wow.
Is it super creamy?
It's so delicious, buddy. It's just the earthiness from the mushroom. It's heaven. Heaven on earth.
It's heaven on a plate. It's amazing. And you know what? It's gonna take you 35 minutes total. 20 minutes where you're active, right? And then it's just the prep work. That means that you can do this on a weeknight. But
nice wine.
With a little wine, oh man, a nice creamy Chardonnay would be great with this. But maybe you want something sharper, like a Chablis or something, you know, to just cut through creaminess. If you're not Italian, maybe this is not an everyday thing, but I'm telling you, it's doable. So I invite you to try it. 4 things. Subscribe, hit like, share with your friends, and
Cook it!
You need to cook it. Promise me. And let me know how it goes. And guess what? Next, we're going to Mexico. And we're having shrimp aguachile. Aguachile de camarones. Oh, it's amazing. Come back and see us.